everybody. Just a couple things. We drafted Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. I'm going to put him as an outside linebacker to compete for us. Really good. This guy right here is really good, tough, unbelievable intangibles, football character, and he also has a knack for making plays when they're needed. You see him make a lot of big plays at crunch time, which tells me, he's going to be the type of guy that shows up when you need him, when plays are needed. Really just unbelievable across the board, no holes in terms of who he is and what he's about, and I think he'll fit in nicely in our room.
Questions?
TA, was outside linebacker something you were thinking was a big need, or was this a matter of just really liking the player at this spot?
I think at this point we really just like the player, and I think as you get further down in the draft, as you know, sometimes up top, it's easier to pick those guys. But when you have a guy that has all the qualities that he has, and the intangibles and the winning attitude, those things are hard to pass up. And so we thought he was the best football player for us at this time.
Gerald, when you have his size and playing the position he did in college, does that make him more suited to play against the runners than maybe a lighter guy?
Yeah, absolutely. You're talking about a 260-pound man who has his mean on half the time, and probably more than half the time, and that's really a good thing because you got to be able to set edges and do things. And we know in the AFC North, if you're not good stopping the run, that's going to be a problem. And so he helps us in that area. I think he also helps us in special teams because you're talking about a big guy that's not afraid of contact and will be able to do some things.
State, did he move around a lot? Because I know that was something that TJ talked about on his way out at the end of the season.
Yeah, he flipped sides. He did some different things. He and JT, they would move sides and do some different things. But you'll see him move around. He's pretty flexible with that. And I think the one thing that we do with all young guys always play both sides, and they learn how to move around and do different things for us.
You guys already have a lot of depth and talent in that position group. How do you imagine him fitting in?
Well, we're going to let him come in and work, and we'll just let the thing sort itself out. I think what happens is when you have good football players, they push each other, and then the guys that are usually best suited to play will, they'll rise above the other things, and it'll make it easy for you. It'll make an easy decision for us. So we just let it sort out, and his play on the field will determine what he does.
Gerald, what are some of the things he does to put himself in position to make those big plays?
I think when you look at him, he's a smart guy. He understands the game. He gets himself on edges when he needs to get on edges to rush. He knows when to bull rush. And it's just, I think, one of those things. That's how guys have a knack for it. They really study it. They understand the game. They understand situations. And he takes advantage of all that instead of just playing. There's a difference between just running around playing and understanding the situation you're in and being able to apply that as the game goes.
What do you like about Derek, first round pick?
Derek, really like him, like his explosiveness, like the fact as an inside rusher, he'll give you some up the field push, some different things in there, working alongside probably on the same side as TJ, which maybe should open some things up that way. I feel good about his skill set, his length, the different things there, and plays with a good motor for a big man.
Sorry, you mentioned how critical it is to stop the run, especially in the AFC North. How much does the way the season ended last year and kind of the issues in run defense kind of shape some of these defensive selections that you have so far?
Well, yeah, we didn't finish the way we wanted, but I think that's always, we're always looking to be better in the run defense, and we know if we're not, then things aren't going to end the way we want them to. So that's how we addressed it, by getting guys that we know that we feel can help us there.
Have you allowed your mind to already kind of the wheels start turning on how you're going to use, Derek and Keanu and Cam, how you're going to rotate, or is it still just acquiring? Well,
I'm sure the wheels are turning. They're always turning. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's not so good. But I feel pretty good about, we had an idea of what we wanted to do if we drafted these guys, if we had these guys in the room and how we would use them. But a lot of that is to be seen because he has to get here first. We have to really see what he can do, and then you'll make I'll make a better, more informed decision at that point.
Two more.
How much evaluation did you have, or how much interaction with Jack did you have in the months leading up to this?
Well, obviously, he had a lot of, we had him for an interview, a formal interview at the Combine, was at his pro day. I missed the dinner. We had dinner with him the night before, but all the things that you talk about and the people that I know that are at Ohio State and being around him, they all say that he is exactly what you want in a football player. So there was no question about the football character. And then obviously you watch the tape like we do. Scouts had a really good high opinion of him. We had a high opinion of him and how he fit into our system. So all that worked together, and it made him the right choice for us at this time.
In your evaluation process of him up there, did you as a staff feel really freed up to focus on the front seven? What was the way front office attacked the secondary by adding those two pieces for you in the offseason?
I think so. I think that, the bottom line is we know we needed to get some young talent up front, and Derek is the right guy for us. We were happy he was there. You know how it is. You evaluate guys, and you have a pecking order and a list of guys that are there that you would love to have. You think there'd be good Steelers, and he was one of those guys. And so we were fortunate enough that he was still there when we picked at 21 to get him, and now it's just a matter of him developing, coming in to our system and getting to work and living up to the talent that he does have.
All right, thanks, Leo.
All right. Thanks, guys.